A story based on real life. My name is Aber. I am 32 years old. I work as a prison officer. But this job was not my dream. Fate pushed me here. Or maybe I lie to myself by calling it fate. The truth is, pain and revenge brought me to this place. I was 7 years old. It was a winter night. A snowstorm howled outside. My mother was kneading dough near the stove. The smell, even now, sometimes I feel it as if she's still there. My father came home drunk. That was nothing new. But that night was different. I watched him strangle my mother with my own eyes. I was hiding in the hallway, frozen. I didn't scream. I screamed inside. My mother cried, begged for help. That sound still wakes me up at night. He pushed her. Her head hit the stone stove. She collapsed. He shook her. But it was already too late. My mother died in front of me. Neighbors rushed in. My father was arrested. My younger brother and I were sent to an orphanage. Relatives said, "Well, take them." None of them came. At the orphanage, I became a different child. I didn't laugh. I didn't play. I woke up screaming at night. I lived with one promise. Greater than one day, I will work in a prison. I will walk into my father's cell and look him in the eyes. Years passed. School, college, training. People said I was disciplined. A good kid. They didn't know I was living on revenge. At 25, I became a prison officer. Was I happy? No. It was just the beginning. 18 years after my mother's death, my father was still there, serving a long sentence. One night shift, I received a new cell list. One name burned into my eyes. Rakimbeck S. My father. When I entered his cell, my heart almost stopped. Gray hair, weakened body, but the same cold face. "Hello," I said. He looked at me. Our eyes met. I didn't tell him who I was. But he knew. "What's your name?" he asked. "Aber." "That's strange. I once had a son." "Has alive?" Then, I stayed silent. He trembled. My face, my mother's face. That night reflected in my eyes. He understood. You are my God." I nodded. He turned away and cried. I didn't. From that day on, he begged for forgiveness, wrote letters, asked to talk. I never replied. At night, during my shifts, I smell dough. I see my mother by the stove. Then I see him pushing her. That man is unforgivable. Now he was almost 70. Weak. In a wheelchair. Other officers said, "Poor old man." Inside, I screamed. Greater than this man killed my mother. This is my father. This is my wound. To others, he was an old prisoner. To me, the shadow that haunted my childhood. One day he cried and said, "If you forgive me, your mother's soul will rest." I laughed. My mother is already in heaven. You are still in darkness. Justice was done. His last wish. One day, my supervisor called me. "Aber, do you have any connection with a certain inmate?" "Why?" "Rakimbeck S. is dying. Doctors say he doesn't have long. He has one last wish." "What is it?" "He wants to see his son. Just once." My breath caught. I had waited for this moment my whole life. But it didn't feel like victory. It felt like torture. I entered his cell. He sat hunched in his wheelchair, eyes pleading, skin tight over bones. The same wound. "You came, yes. My son, listen. My life was full of mistakes. Every day without you was a punishment. I didn't want to kill your mother. I was drunk, angry. But it's unforgivable. I know. You should have thought before it was too late. Silence. No one will mourn me. I have no one left. Only you. I am not your family, but you are my son. No, I am my mother's son. You are only the shadow that destroyed my life. He cried. As I left, I turned back once. You killed my mother, but I won't kill you. My revenge is letting you rot alive without forgiveness. Death in prison the next morning. 5:27 a.m. Radio call. Cell 2. Rakimbek S. Unconscious. We ran. He was cold. Dead. No tears fell. But something inside me felt empty. Was revenge taken? Or was I finally free? I saw my mother, smiling, holding fresh bread. Aber, don't cry anymore. The burial was simple. No family. Just me, a prison official, and an imam. After everyone left, I stayed. On the stone. Rakimbek S. I whispered. I do not forgive you. But I freed myself. I lived in prison with you my whole life. Now I want to be free. I threw a handful of soil. The wind rose. The sky felt open. A week later, I quit my job. The prison gates closed behind me. I moved to my mother's village. I'm building a memorial for her. Her name engraved in gold. Bibigal, the light of my life. My soul is calm. Every evening, I sit there and write letters to her silently. Revenge burns you, but it doesn't free you. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is courage. I will never forgive my father, but I no longer live in his shadow. Now I live for my mother's legacy. I help an orphan child. I visit orphanages. Maybe by healing someone else, I will heal myself too. This is my new path. My mother's light is my guide for life.